Hello. Today's episode number 32 of the Professor Slots podcast discusses Nevada's leadership role in the world's gaming industry, as well as slot machine casino gambling in the great U.S. state of Nevada. Thank you for joining me for the Professor Slots podcast show. I'm John Friedel, and this is the podcast about slot machine casino gambling. It is where I provide the knowledge, insights, and tools for helping you improve your slot machine gambling performance.
John Friedel from the Professor Slots blog reveals all his tips and tricks for thriving in the casino environment. Choose winning slot machines and identify your gambling goals. Being entertained, earning comps, winning take-home cash, or combining them. John has won 90 taxable jackpots and a luxury car in 9 months of slot play and made a profit at slots gambling since 2013.
In case you missed it, in my last episode I went over Foxwoods' trip report, where I talked about attending a gambling podcaster and fan meetup at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut called Gamblepalooza. Also on my last episode, I reviewed Nebraska slot machine casino gambling, including how Nebraska has 5 out of 21 casinos that offer 900 non-traditional slot machine-like video gaming machines, such as Video Keno and Video Bingo for slots enthusiasts. I hope you enjoyed listening to my last episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Before moving directly into this episode's content, I'd like to quickly mention that, as you have perhaps noticed, I've not put out a podcast episode for a while. Suffice to say, everything is going fine. Thanks for your concerned emails and voicemail messages while I wasn't publishing podcast episodes. They were much appreciated. Looking ahead, I'm already preparing my next episodes, which, going forward at least for the time being, will be coming out every 2 weeks instead of weekly, as I'd done for my first 30 weekly podcast episodes. Switching to a 2-week schedule will allow me the opportunity to put more time into other aspects of my Professor Slots business, such as, for instance, more casino trip reports, as well as exploring other online venues, which I plan to leverage. I will let you know, with brief messages such as this one, as I successfully complete each. Thanks for your indulgence and patience with this quick update. Now, let's get on with the show. Remember to visit ProfessorSlots.com/subscribe to get my free report revealing the top 7 online resources for improving your gambling performance, including the one I've used as a top-tier slot machine casino gambler. When thinking about gambling in the United States, most people's minds will gravitate towards the city of Las Vegas, with all its lights, glamour, and casinos. While much has changed with regards to the gaming industry in the last 10 years, with so many more casinos available closer to home for most people, Nevada's gambling reputation yet remains true. Here, I'll discuss the 5 ways Nevada leads the world gaming industry. In fact, Nevada has led the gaming industry for decades. In this episode, I will discuss the ways in which Nevada provides and maintains their leadership, despite no longer being the epicenter in the United States for actual gambling itself. Taking a step back for a moment, however, why is Nevada's leadership role important to slots enthusiasts? It's important because your state's gaming regulations matter. As mentioned elsewhere, for example, slots enthusiasts can take advantage of a state's public reporting of actual payback returns to improve your baseline odds of winning. If you want to know what direction your state's gaming regulations might well be headed towards in preparation of these changes, it is important to understand how Nevada's example to other U.S. states constitutes a leadership role for other state legislatures and gaming board commissioners. This segment has the following sections. 1. An introduction. 2. How the U.S. gaming industry expanded historically. 3. Perception is reality, the virtual world of Las Vegas. 4. Legalized sports betting. Nevada was first. Number 5. Nevada state gaming regulations. Number 6. Nevada and international gaming jurisdictions. And number 7. A summary. In this first section, I'll discuss how the U.S. gaming industry expanded historically. Prior to May 26, 1978, the only legal casinos in the U.S. were those available in the state of Nevada. After this date, when Atlantic City's first casinos opened, U.S. casinos existed only in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and within the state of Nevada. This casino scarcity was maintained until the Federal Indian Gaming Regulatory Act of 1988, quickly followed in 1989 by Iowa legalizing the first riverboat casinos by a state law. New state gaming regulations allowing casino gambling in other states occurred later that same year. This includes South Dakota legalizing gambling in Deadwood, as well as Illinois and Indiana legalizing riverboat casinos, all during 1989. The next decade saw this gaming industry expansion grow even faster, with Connecticut, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, and other states quickly legalizing casinos by the end of 1993. Further, gaming on cruise ships was addressed in 1991, while Michigan legalized gambling in the city of Detroit in 1996. By 1994, 13 states had legalized casinos, with the exception of the state of Nevada and possibly New Jersey. To say that these states underwent a steep learning curve would be an understatement. Luckily, the state gaming board commissioners from these states had an excellent example to follow: Nevada state gaming regulations. For those interested in a more detailed history, see A Chronology of Legal Gaming in the U.S. by George Fennick, which documents U.S. gaming industry developments from gambling sailors on Columbus's ships in 1492 up to the year the article was originally published in 1996. By around the late 1990s, as you might expect, this tremendous and unprecedented gaming industry expansion had sputtered to a near halt. Why? Because all non-tribal casinos are regulated, and those regulations enforced by state gaming laws, which had never been previously established in most states. Because of its early adoption of gambling, only Nevada had the needed professional expertise to both legislate and enforce state gaming regulations. This professionalism wasn't just with regards to the state laws and the legislature that had enacted them. There was also a large group of academics and attorneys who had, for many years, been challenging these gaming laws in court. This contributed significantly to an overall refinement of Nevada gaming laws, as well as the development of a substantial amount of precedents with regards to case law. As a result of this valuable, decades-long activity, a core of gaming industry specialists were available to help other states besides Nevada to generate comprehensive gaming regulations in other states. An awful lot can and often is said about the gaming industry in Nevada. These dialogues and monologues include quite a few gambling blogs, podcasts, and social media channels devoted to all things Las Vegas. These personalities and even celebrities appreciate Nevada's leadership role with regards to the gaming industry as well as entertainment. After all, gambling and entertainment often go hand in hand. But for those people who have never traveled to Las Vegas, they often know about whatever portion of Las Vegas shows up in movies like Casino and Next, as well as television shows like CSI Crime Scene Investigations, Pawn Stars, and various shows simply called Vegas or Las Vegas. So there's another aspect to Las Vegas, which is the perception of Las Vegas. While typically far less than accurate, the perception of gambling in Las Vegas matters because so many people believe in the glamour of the casino and gambling lifestyle based on what they have heard about Las Vegas from popular movies, television series, as well as other online sources like What's Happening in Las Vegas articles and podcasts. Why this is important comes in once a casino opens within easy driving distance to individuals who have no real experience gambling, but think they do because it's long been an integral part of some of their favorite television shows and movies. However, when it comes time to actually enter a casino, several preconceived notions can get in the way. For example, they could consider casinos to be high-crime areas, or that gamblers often win big without trying too hard. For these individuals, the perception of fictional shows has become a reality for them. As a result, there can be a steep learning curve to understanding what a real casino environment is like, as well as understanding and practicing the necessary skills for thriving in a casino environment. First, they have to unlearn what they think they know. Then, they have to learn it right. This is sometimes called retraining, and can be expensive in time, money, or both? In my opinion, the worst circumstance is never entering a casino simply because fictional shows have taught someone to be afraid of them for reasons that don't really exist. Another circumstance, nearly as bad, I've already mentioned: having serious misunderstandings about how casinos actually work. If you don't understand how to shop at a specific business, for example, many businesses have a sales representative that simply explains what they have to offer in terms of what you need. For example, consider if you've gone to a pool store to buy a residential pool. The sales rep will explain the differences between above-ground and below-ground pools, as well as the immediate and long-term costs involved. Now, have any of you had a similar conversation with a casino employee? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? You can bet you haven't. My point here is that casinos are going to tell you anything except how to spend money. Those casino employees that regularly interact with casino patrons are reprimanded and can even lose their jobs if they suggest a gambler stop gambling, even under the worst circumstances of problem gambling. My primary consideration here is casinos don't educate their patrons to gamble well. Why should they? And television and movies are not very realistic about the casino environment. All of this is less than useful, and at worst, misinformation. It's your responsibility to educate yourself about your gambling habits. And if you want to educate yourself, a great resource is your state's gaming commission or the gaming commission of the state in which you gamble. And all of them, more or less, are based on Nevada's state gaming regulations. Nevada's gaming industry leadership role can be clearly seen in the May 14, 2018 ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court, which ended the nearly nationwide ban on sports betting known as the Bradley Act. It was nearly a nationwide ban only because Nevada legally allowed sports betting. As an interesting aside, the Bradley Act excluded the banning of pari-mutuel wagering of horse and dog racing. That's right, Nevada was always fully exempt from the federal law banning sports betting from 1992. This was also known as the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act of 1992, or PASPA, or the Bradley Act, which had originally banned sports betting. Again, as seen in this 2018 news about this overturned law, Nevada's leadership in the gaming industry is not at all new. Officially, the Bradley Act exempted sports lotteries in Oregon, Delaware, and Montana, as well as licensed sports betting pools in Nevada. One component of the law provided a one-year opportunity for states with licensed casino gaming to pass laws permitting sports wagering. This was meant to include New Jersey specifically, despite their later failing to meet this deadline. Just to be clear, the court ruling does not legalize sports betting. Instead, the U.S. Supreme Court basically said that the Bradley Act violated the 10th article of the U.S. Constitution. Their reasoning was that the federal Bradley Act illegally empowered the federal government to order states to disallow sports gambling. By this court ruling, only this specific application of that empowerment was successfully removed on May 14, 2018. So now, as with most types of gambling in the U.S., sports gambling will need to be allowed by law in states that wish to legalize sports betting. And changing state laws can sometimes take a while. Stay tuned to your state's legislature to follow if and when legal sports betting is legally allowed in your state. But getting back to Nevada's leadership role, this court ruling allows states to develop laws that legally allow sports betting. Only Nevada has had an operational sports betting system. Other states now have the opportunity to adapt their own sports betting laws based on Nevada's successful application. When I first began researching the gaming industry, I learned something about illegal gambling which completely astonished me. What surprised me was how common it was reported to be, along with how much money was involved. Perhaps you'll also be astonished to know that illegal gambling is a $150 billion per year industry. Rather, it's $150 billion per year in the U.S. on illegal wagering of professional and amateur sports. From the perspective of states, which is highly relevant here, that's a lot of tax revenue being lost. Concerns about sports betting have been that it will lead to the gamification, or rather the gamification of sports. This is found when fans become more focused on gambling than following a team. Others, like trade groups that represent casinos, have predicted the ruling would generate revenue without endangering the integrity of sports competitions. Analysts also believe it's also likely to be a boon for media companies, as allowing sports betting will likely benefit them due to fans becoming more deeply invested in sporting events, which in turn will result in higher ratings for these companies. Whatever the case may be, Nevada's practical and operational experience with decades of existing sports betting will be an important factor. As mentioned, it won't just be the how-to aspect of running large sports betting pools, but also through providing an example of high-quality legislation as well as subsequent case law. Nevada is recognized as having world-class state gaming regulations. The 80-plus year history of the Nevada Gaming Control Board has developed a robust gaming regulatory framework. This development was only possible thanks to long-standing contributions from both state policymakers as well as ongoing challenges to the Nevada system by those with new and innovative ideas. Consequently, Nevada is used extensively by other gaming jurisdictions, both domestically and internationally, as an exemplary example of what works. Most, if not all, of these gaming regulations and associated information can be found online at the joint website for Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission. There, for example, can be found agendas and dispositions, statutes and regulations, licensee information, gaming employee registration, tax forms, and statistics and publications. The depth of the board itself can be seen by the way it is organized. For example, it consists of the following 6 divisions: administrative, audit, enforcement, investigations, tax and license, and technology. Also found as a type of newsfeed timeline are industry notices and technical bulletins, as well as upcoming events. I especially found the I Want To menu to be quite a good example of an assortment of useful information that can be found online at the Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission site. Sometimes detailed lists are the best way to provide a comprehensive view of what an agency such as this might provide. So I'm providing here this assortment of useful I Want To topics. 1. Submit information about a public investigation. 2. View meetings, agenda, and dispositions, minutes. 3. Find forms and applications. 4. Access gaming statutes and regulations. 5. Access pending regulation activity. 6. Access statistics and publications. 7. Access industry notices and technical bulletins. 8. Apply for a job. 9. Apply for a gaming license. 10. Use the online gaming employee registration system. 11. View license fees and tax rate schedule. 12. Find license location, licensee information. 13. View orders, stipulations, and complaints. 14. Find frequently asked questions regarding interactive gaming. 15. File an interactive online gaming complaint. 16. Request waiver of appearance. 17. File a public records request. 18. Learn about the restricted licensee compliance seminars. 19. Find info about club venue regulations. 20. Learn about the employee registration process and compliance training. And 21. View registered hosts. This list alone shows the transparency and thoroughness of the Nevada Gaming Control Board. Need a form? Here you go. Want to submit information about a public investigation? That's here too. How about compliance training? Yes, it does. What about a variety of gaming legislation references? Yes, indeed. These are here as well. Without putting too fine a point on it, the Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission has a comprehensive depth and breadth of information available for both their own needs as well as other gaming jurisdictions within the U.S., as well as the world. As mentioned in my state-by-state blog series, specifically Nevada Slot Machine Casino Gambling, Nevada's regulatory framework has developed a reputation around the globe as the leader through its 80-year history and long-standing contributions. These contributions have been provided by legislative and government leaders, gaming commissioners, board members, and dedicated employees. This reputation was further enhanced by the contribution of gaming lawyers, accountants, advisors, and members of the academic community who have challenged the system with continued new ideas. At the end of 2011, for example, Nevada was the first U.S. state to have gaming regulations in place for internet poker play. This was done despite online poker play being against U.S. law. This was indicative of Nevada gearing up for if and when federal lawmakers approve legislation removing these barriers. In the leading up to these new regulations from 2011, Nevada received attention for its leadership role for doing so, with one gambling conference in Las Vegas referring to Nevada as, quote, the gold standard of gaming regulation, unquote. Nevada gaming regulators, such as former Chairman Dennis Nylander of the Nevada State Gaming Board, discussed with news reporters about regularly talking with government officials from around the world that looked to Nevada for guidance. In his own words, Nylander has said, quote, it's usually an exchange of ideas. They'll ask about the structure of the agency or about best practices. How the industry is regulated differs around the world. Some things that work well in Nevada may not work as well in Singapore, Australia, or Canada, or among the various states. End quote. Nylander continued this interview with the Las Vegas Sun in the 2011 article, Is Nevada Still the National Leader in Gaming Regulation? By stating such conversations started with him saying, quote, here's what works for us in Nevada. It may not work exactly like that for you, or you may need to modify it, but it's served us well, end quote. Or, quote, here's what hasn't worked for us, end quote. For those interested in more about the history of Nevada's gaining its international gaming industry reputation, the aforementioned article discusses how this reputation was gained, in part, due to most others with gaming experience running casinos being members of organized crime. It is an excellent article to read, again, for those interested in this aspect of gaming industry history. In summary, much has changed with regards to the gaming industry in the last 10 years, with so many more casinos available closer to home for most people. One important aspect that has not changed is the 5-way Nevada leads. In fact, Nevada has led the gaming industry for decades. In this episode, I have discussed ways in which Nevada provides and maintains this leadership, despite no longer being the epicenter in the United States for actual gambling itself. This loss of being the gaming industry epicenter can be seen by either state gaming revenue totals or simply by counting the number of casinos in Nevada and the U.S. as a whole this year and from a decade ago. The total number of casinos in Nevada is far exceeded by the number of casinos in the U.S., due to the growth of casinos in so many U.S. states in, say, the last 10 years. There are currently approximately 965 casinos in the U.S., while Nevada only has 165 such casinos. This total does not include thousands of truck stops, bars, and taverns in those states that allow licensed small businesses to have a few gaming machines. So, in 2018, Nevada had about 17% of the casinos in the U.S. Reviewing the 2008 edition of the American Casino Guide, published 10 years ago, shows that at that time Nevada had 179 casinos, and the whole of the U.S. had 634 casinos. So, back in 2008, Nevada had 28% of all casinos in the U.S. Therefore, from 2008 to 2018, Nevada had an 11% drop in its market share in terms of the total number of casinos in the U.S. Despite this loss, Nevada is still considered the leader of the gaming industry worldwide simply due to its ongoing contribution, expertise, and experience. Taking a step back for a moment, however, why is Nevada's leadership role important to slots enthusiasts? Put another way, why did I prepare this episode for my audience of slots enthusiasts? Nevada's leadership role is important to you because your state's gaming regulations matter. As mentioned elsewhere, for example, slots enthusiasts can take advantage of a state's public recording of actual payback returns to improve their own baseline odds of winning. Furthermore, the gaming industry in the United States, and indeed the world, is a dynamic environment. Frankly, there's a lot going on. Wherever you are, whatever gaming jurisdiction you are located in, either domestically or internationally, change is coming. And if you want to know what direction your state's gaming regulations might well be heading towards in your own preparation for these changes, it is important you understand how and why Nevada's example constitutes a leadership role for other gaming regulators. Knowing more about Nevada's supreme gaming regulatory framework will help to prepare you for these coming changes, and hopefully allow you to continue the level of slots play you are accustomed to, or allow you to improve on it. As a final note regarding the relatively high reputation of Nevada's gaming regulatory framework, it has been reported in a Las Vegas Sun article that, quote, some gaming jurisdictions have even contemplating approving licensees automatically if they've made it through a Nevada licensing investigation, end quote. Remember to visit ProfessorSlots.com/subscribe to get my free report revealing the top 7 online resources for improving your gambling performance, including the one I've used as a top-tier slot machine casino gambler. In this episode segment, I provide a brief overview of the current state of gambling in a U.S. state, U.S. territory, or U.S. federal district, emphasizing by far anything of interest to slot machine casino gamblers. Here goes. Nevada slot machine casino gambling consists of more than 69 casinos currently existing within the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. In fact, there are 30 other Nevada cities with casinos, including Reno and Lake Tahoe. Additionally, Nevada has 2 American Indian tribal casinos in Laughlin and Mopa. Gaming regulations developed by Nevada, both in terms of state employees as well as challenges contributed by lawyers, advisors, and academic studies, are seen as the standard for the whole world through its 80-year history. The Nevada casino, reputed to consistently have the best slots payout return statistics in Nevada, is located in western Las Vegas at the Rampart Casino. The minimum legal age for gambling is 21 in Nevada. All casinos are open 24 hours. The Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission's gaming regulatory framework has developed a reputation around the globe as the leader through its 80-year history and long-standing contributions of legislative and government leaders, gaming commissioners, board members, and dedicated employees. This reputation has been greatly enhanced by the contributions of gaming lawyers, accountants, advisors, and members of the academic community who have challenged the system with continued new ideas. The Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission provides a comprehensive online resource for its gaming statutes and regulations, including gaming as well as lotteries, pari-mutuel wagering, and horse racing. Next up is a usually short statement about slot machine private ownership, which I have included in case you live in this U.S. state and are considering owning a slot machine. Here it is. It is legal to privately own a slot machine in the state of Nevada without any legal restrictions regarding its date of manufacture. The Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission provides monthly statistical information in the forms of win percent on slot machines. Win percent is also known as the hold amount, the percentage amount held by casinos and not returned to their gambling patrons. To obtain the more typical payout return, simply subtract this value from 100%. The first division of this statistical information is by table games and slot machines. The second division provided is by types of table games and slot machine denominations. The slot machine denominations provided are penny slots, nickel slots, quarter slots, dollar slots, megabuck machines, $5 machines, $25 machines, $100 machines, multi-denominational machines, other slot machines, and total slot machines. This statistical information is provided each month in a single report, providing current month, 3-month, and 12-month summaries. This PDF report is provided within the site's Statistical and Publications section under Gaming Revenue Information. These monthly statistical reports start with a statewide summary and provides local specific win percent information for the following districts. 1. Statewide. 2. Carson Valley area. 3. Churchill County. 4. Clark County. 5. Clark County downtown Las Vegas area. 6. Clark County Las Vegas Strip area. 7. Clark County North Las Vegas area. 8. Clark County Lawton area. 9. Clark County Boulder Strip area. 10. Clark County Mesquite area. 11. Clark County Balance of County. 12. Douglas County South Shore Lake Tahoe area. 13. Elko County. 14. Elko County Wendover area. 15. Elko County Balance of County. 16. Humboldt County. 17. Lyon County. 18. Nye County. 19. Washoe County. 20. Washoe County Reno area. 21. Washoe County Sparks area. 22. Washoe County North Shore Lake Tahoe area. 23. Washoe County Balance of County. 24. White Pine County. 25. Balance of Counties. The 1955 Nevada legislature created the Nevada Gaming Control Board within the Nevada Tax Commission, whose purpose was to inaugurate a policy to eliminate the undesirable elements in Nevada gaming and to provide regulations for the licensing and operation of gaming. The primary purpose of the board is to protect the stability of the gaming industry through investigations, licensing, and enforcements of laws and regulations, to ensure the collection of gaming taxes and fees, an additional source of state revenue, and to maintain public confidence in gaming. The Nevada Gaming Control Board and Nevada Gaming Commission states their mission to be, quote, "The Nevada Gaming Commission and the Nevada Gaming Control Board govern Nevada's gaming industry through strict regulations of all persons, locations, practices, associations, and related activities. We protect the integrity and stability of the industry through our investigative and licensing practices, and we enforce laws and regulations while holding gaming licensees to high standards. Through these practices, we are able to ensure the proper collection of taxes and fees that are an essential source of revenue for Nevada." End quote. In this section, I'll discuss Nevada gambling establishments. However, as usual, the website links for each casino, assuming they have set up a website, is available by clicking on the link to my article called Nevada Slot Machine Casino Gambling 2018, located in the show notes for this episode at professorslots.com/E32. There are 163 casinos in the state of Nevada, 2 of which are tribal casinos. The Venetian Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip is the largest casino in Nevada. The second largest casino in Nevada is Red Rock Casino Resort and Spa in western Las Vegas within the community of Summerlin. In 2020, once it opens, the Nevada casino expected to have the largest casino floor will be the Resorts World Casino Las Vegas with 175,000 square feet of gaming space. The Nevada casino, reputed to consistently have the best slots payout return statistics in Nevada, is located in the Las Vegas Valley community of Summerlin at Rampart Casino. For an alphabetical listing of Nevada casinos, including the district they are located in, please visit the Wikipedia page called List of Casinos in Nevada. Another list of the 163 Nevada casinos, alphabetically by the city they are located within, are provided on my website as a Nevada-specific blog article at professorslots.com/Nevada. In summary, Nevada slot machine casino gambling consists of 163 currently open casinos, with 66 casinos currently existing within Las Vegas, Nevada. There are 31 Nevada cities with casinos, including the relatively large cities of Las Vegas, Reno, and Lake Tahoe. Additionally, Nevada has 2 American Indian tribal casinos in Laughlin and Mopa. For those interested, Nevada has casinos in cities near the Nevada state borders to Arizona, California, Idaho, and Utah, including Nevada slot machine casino gambling near the Arizona state border are in Laughlin and Mesquite. Nevada slot machine casino gambling near the California state border are in Jean, Lake Tahoe, Primm, Reno, Sparks, and Verde. Nevada slot machine casino gambling near the Idaho state border is in Jackpot. Nevada slot machine casino gambling near the Utah state border is in West Wendover. Gaming regulations developed by Nevada, both in terms of state employees as well as challenges contributed by lawyers, advisors, and academic studies, are seen as the standard for the whole world through its 80-year history. The Nevada casino reputed to consistently have the best slots payout return statistics is located in the Las Vegas Valley community of Summerlin at the Rampart Casino. Part 1 of the next episode of the Professor Slots podcast is Winning Strategy Number 4. Part 2 of the next episode of the Professor Slots podcast is another brief overview of the current state of gambling in a U.S. state, territory, or federal district. This time I'll be talking to you about the great U.S. state of New Hampshire. That's the end of another great episode of the Professor Slots podcast. Thanks so much for listening. Show notes for this episode are now available within most podcast apps, but are also available on my website at professorslots.com/E32. I plan to have the next episode come out very soon for you, where I'll have more amazing content for the show. Until the next episode, have fun, be safe, and make good choices. Bye.